your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. Overheard them mention hater, not a pretty word like moist or moisture. Wanna quit, but you know I'm a soldier. Try to get me out, you know it's game over. Say it's toxic, chaotic, unhealthy. Always play my cards right, don't test me. I'm not here to play nice, no I can't be. And if you're trying to stop me, that's a guarantee. Too many people try to get me out, and it worked for a second, but I'm back now, better than ever. Welcome to the drama castle. I am your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. You try to stop me, but you can't. Too many people try to stop me, but you can't. You can't.
Blah, 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 found, sound like lost cows. Live more like fake cow, more like loud cows. All that moving on the timeline. You too poppin' when you should be on that mood too. Hey, Keemstar, you faker than some glazed donuts. I see your thumbnails, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Boogie fake cancer. Oh, you think we didn't know? I guess he missed the memo. Hey, Blackie, I got a question for you. What's the sentence for a falsified crime? If you're innocent, why you dodging all my questions? Hey Michael, where you at, man, where you at? Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Man, I should just hop off this app. Everybody lying, what's the point in that? The liars get the love, so I should probably go and lie on the track. They say you should tell the truth, but that ain't true. You gotta keep it fake, it's the only way to break through. It's so much faker than you think it is. Oh, it's faker than you think it is. Yeah.
She swirls in the spotlight, mud in her veins. Spins tall, tells truth locked in chains. Keyboard warrior, digital disguise. Every word she spits, a buffet of lies. Becky Boop, Keem's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always taking big. Crime she invents, lies torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart. She snorts accusations, a cloud of deceit. Attacking livelihoods, no retreat. Her clout chase leaves a toxic trail. Truth's her enemy, she'll never prevail. Boot the suit, but it's poison she spits. Twisting the world for her viral hits. Keemstar's cheerleader, his drama queen. Dancing in the shadows, a puppet unseen. Her lies stack up like bricks in a wall, but it's fragile, cracks, ready to fall. Boom's house of cards, shaking in the breeze. Exposed in the light, she drops to her knees. Becky Boop, Keem's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always digging big. Crime she invents, lives torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart. Black lacking heart. Black lacking heart. Becky Boop, Keem's little pet pig. Snout in the drama, always digging big. Crime she invents, lies torn apart. Fake tail stitched in her black lacking heart.
What is up, everybody? What is going on? How y'all doing? How was y'all's weekend? Hopefully it was good. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. Much love to the chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome all. Let me turn this on because I know Douglas loves it when I have the chat on the side screen. But hello, I see Crazy Cat don't care about this topic. That's great. I know you only care when I'm talking about something you want to talk about. But what does it say in my description in my bio on this channel? I talk about what I want to talk about. And hello, Fish. How are you? Hopefully you're back. She said be right back. Hopefully you're back. Blue Jay, hey, what's up, Ray? Enjoyed the gaming stream. Glad you enjoyed it. Don't get used to it. I don't do them often because nobody really wants to turn up. Everybody enjoys the gaming stream and nobody turns up for the gaming streams. Lunchbox, I still don't have a popcorn eating emote, Ray. Unacceptable. Well, I need more members. You only get certain emotes. Every time you get new members, you unlock more slots for emojis. So when I get more members, I'll have even more emojis. So that's what's gonna do. You do you, girl. Yes, Crazy Cat. See, I knew Crazy Cat was still around. Crazy Cat might not care about the topic, but we can't have Tony come and derail a stream where, you know what's funny, Crazy Cat, is Tony will come on and derail a stream of something that you actually care about, but then he doesn't come on the ones you don't. So see how that works? It's weird, right? What up, Moo? I saw you, Moo. You were in the stream yesterday. Review Tech USA was reacting to some chick, kinda Sav, I think the name was. I saw you in there as a member over there, Moo. I saw you. But anyways, hopefully not more Keemstar drama. Of course, it's gonna be Keemstar drama. Of course, it's a hot topic, but it's also a follow up because now we have more information. So this probably might be the last time I talk about this topic. We'll see how that goes. But every time new information comes out, I have to talk about it because we've been talking about it all week. So I kind of have to talk about it. Douglas, yeah, thanks. You're welcome. I did that just for you, Douglas. The chat on the side screen, just for you. Hello, Anthony. How are you? Yeah, I enjoy Sav. I saw you enjoying Sav. Listen, I don't care what y'all do. I told y'all, I don't care what you guys do outside of me. I don't control you. I'm not your overlord. I just noticed because I was watching Review Tech USA last night and he was reacting to kind of Sav, and I saw you in the chat. I was like, I know that person. That's all. And listen, you enjoy who you enjoy. Just make sure you're not, paying for some scummy YouTubers. And if you are, at least you know they're scummy. What up, Susie? How are you? She's not the dictator. This is true. I'm not a dictator. Trust me. I should be, though. Make your lives a lot easier. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, just to recap what's going on for those of you who don't know. So last week, over the weekend, right, a video dropped exposing some sussery going on in Keemstar land. And basically what happened is somebody who's part of the LCU community, I don't think they're a host. I think they auditioned to be a host. I really don't know the story because I fell off a while ago. But basically this person, Wonder Woman, came on to one of Keemstar's shows, Lolcow Aussie, to talk about what happened when she was at Fat Camp. This was a big event that all of these content creators, part of the Lolcow universe, all Keemstar shows came together to basically make content together in the same room. It was a big event, they made good amount of money, to be honest with you. They made a good amount of money. And basically a lot happened at Fat Camp. We had the Keemstar Wings fight where Wings pushed Keem and then also pushed his wife down, which apparently got him fired from Lolcow Live. So that happened. We had Becky, Boop, and Roxy, who is the host of Lolcow Milkers, getting into a fight. Just a lot of drama that you would expect from this show, this universe, right? So that happened. And then afterwards, even more happened. We have, apparently Savage got fired for making a comment about, her pirates, meaning her community, looking into Xylee. And then I guess Xylee made comments about Savage's vagina being put out there. It's been a hot mess, this whole situation is a hot mess. And then we had Wonder Woman coming out and saying that a woman who was at Fat Camp made her uncomfortable in a bathroom. And she brings it up like a month or so later, and everyone's kind of just like, what the fuck happened at Fat Camp? So now this whole drama went from like Wonder Woman mainly coming out saying that somebody brought her in the bathroom, made her uncomfortable, which people are arguing if it was sexual harassment. I want to say this because Keemstar doesn't know what sexual harassment is. Yes, can be considered sexual harassment if Wonder Woman wanted to take that person to court, in a court of law, they can find that as sexual harassment. Yes, they can. However, you know, personally, I don't think it was a big deal for anyone to even like make it like the big deal that it is, but it was because of how Wonder Woman came out. She not only didn't mention this to Keemstar when it happened, she waited a while later, 2 months later. Thank you, Lunchbox, and hi, Truth Seeker. I see you in the chat. 2 months later to talk about this on a public space, not give a name and not give too much detail. It was kind of just left up to interpretation, which is what the internet did. We all took it up for interpretation. I reacted to it. A lot of YouTube channels are reacting to it. It's a hot mess, right? So now we finally got a name. And this isn't going to be important for many, many reasons. And y'all going to have to bear with me. What up, Scad? Nice to see you in the chat. So this is on Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. Reddit is good for clipping things. So now here we have Keemstar finally revealing who the woman was in question who did this to Wonder Woman. Okay, so we're going to take a look, and this is who the person was. If I can unmute it and do my job as a YouTuber. There we go. Put it out on black. There we go. And it's still not working. Why is it not working? Why? Oh my God. Can we just turn this up? Okay. Okay, I think I got it, y'all. I had one job and I fucked it up. Okay, here we go.
Bro, so there's like someone potentially going to be walking around like...
I'm going to say who it was. It was Babs. It was Babs. Yeah. And I have the photo of them in the bathroom. Somewhere. On my phone.
Okay, so Babs. We have a name, finally. See, it was not that hard to just say who the woman was. It was Babs. Now, if y'all don't know who Babs is, we got a history lesson for y'all. We got a little history lesson for y'all. And I wish Harley's Hood would come here, because me and Harley were getting into it in Savage's chat. I was watching Savage. Savage is live right now. So, we got to give a history lesson of who Babs is and why this is important. Kevin Rogers says, who the fuck are you, though? You are not a YouTuber. I mean, I am on YouTube. You are watching this on YouTube. I clearly am a YouTuber. Am I a relevant one? Clearly not, since you don't know who I am. But why are you here then? You're asking who I am. Hi, my name is Ray. I've had multiple name changes throughout my career on YouTube. A career. That's a hilarious thing to even say, because it's not a career at all. But yes, I am just a person who has a microphone and can boot up live streams and talk about stuff. That is who I am. Who are you, Kevin? Nice to meet you, Kevin Rogers. You are welcome to stay. How are you? Anyways, back to the lesson. I know, I'm messing with you. Back to the history lesson. So Babs, for those of you who don't know, is somebody who I've encountered. This is who I got introduced Babs. So I don't know if you guys know who Salvo Pancakes and Edwin Generations is, but they're people. Salvo Pancakes was a co-host on Keemstar's show, literally called the Keemstar Show. So that's who Salvo Pancakes was. He's a content creator. He's a troll, whatever you know him as, but that's who he was. He was on Keemstar's show, the Keemstar Show, as a co-host. Okay. Edwin Generations is another big name YouTuber who specialized in exposing a bunch of people. He did a lot of coverage on what was the last thing he did? He went after Die Antwoord. I almost said Die Antwoord. Die Antwoord, which is a South African rap group. Okay. After his time there, I think he got involved with Chris Hansen and that whole ordeal with Onisan. But Edwin Generations currently like does just live streams and stuff. I think he still talks about the same stuff. I fell off of Edwin Generations after this Babs situation. But anyways, so Babs was in a air quote relationship with Edwin. I don't know if they were official. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. It just sounded kind of like maybe they were just messing around. I don't know if they were actually together. It sounded like they were together, but I could be mistaken because I wasn't in their relationship, right? But they were in a relationship, and they went over to Keemstar's house to do the Keemstar Show. Salvo Pancakes was also there because Salvo Pancakes was cool with Edwin Generations. So they went there, they brought Babs, and Babs came out with a story saying that, you know, basically, in a nutshell, Edwin and Salvo wanted to do a threesome with Babs, right? which Babs was kind of like, I mean, I'm here with Edwin, you know, I kind of not trying to fuck with Salvo. But it apparently like led to they maybe have done a threesome or maybe they didn't. It was a very fucking weird situation. Now, when this was being covered, right, a lot of people, myself included, and I know that Harley Hood, if they're going to come see this, I know they're going to watch this and probably give me some shit, right? Because they don't like Xylee. Because Xylee gets real. Xylee, who is now the current host of Locale Rewind, was very much involved in this story, okay? And when you first heard Babs talking about this, it kind of did come off like she felt like it kind of sounded like she was coerced into doing something she didn't want to do, right? So when we're hearing this story, when Babs is talking about it, obviously she was talking about it because it was kind of like a weird situation she was put in, right? And then it went further where like on the way home, you know, they were making comments at her and she was talking about this. We're all like, yo, that's creepy, man. Like, why was Edwin and Salvo putting you in this weird situation, right? So the word SA obviously got thrown out there, right? Because that's how it sounded like. It sounded like she was pressured into doing something she didn't want to do. And it was just a weird situation, right? Now, Babs had said, no, she's not saying that anything illegal happened. She didn't say she was SA. She just, I guess, wanted to tell the story, I guess. For me personally, I'm in that, like, after all the things I've covered, after everything I've talked about involving creepy sex pesting YouTubers, you know who I'm talking about. I've kind of learned that, you know, it's a gray area when it comes to like people talking about this stuff, because on one hand, like, even if the person doesn't feel like they were assaulted, doesn't mean they weren't assaulted, right? Because that does happen. There are many cases where women have been drunk, they've had sex with somebody they didn't want to have sex with, and they're like, well, I knew what was going on, but did you want it? You know, did you want it? Well, no, but I was drunk. Okay, so you were taking advantage of or I was drunk. It's a gray area. Like, legally, hi guys, legally, if you are intoxicated and you have sex, you know, you can, you know, the courts can say like you were not in sound mind to consent. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, right? That is a possibility. But now, no, it's not a stretch. It's just literally a fact. I'm just saying facts. Again, before you even say what you're going to say, like, let me get my point across, because you're already jumping on me about something you didn't let me finish. Now, there are instances where that is the case, right? But for me personally, I go with what the victim is saying, right? Whether I think you were assaulted or not has nothing to do with your feelings about it. It happened to you. It didn't happen to me. So when it comes to that, like, I can't push you or pressure you into, because I'm just as bad. I'm just as bad. I know, but your first comment is not let me finish my point, goddammit. That's what I'm saying, goddammit. So when it came to Babs, if she's saying she's not a victim, then she's not a victim. That's her right? But you can't be mad at people for seeing that side of things, because that's just what's going to happen. When you come out forward, right? That's why I say if nothing bad actually happened to you, if you don't feel like anything bad happened to you, right, then just don't talk about it. Because, like, now you're leaving it up to people to be like, well, sounds like you were R-worded, right? But I wasn't R-worded, right? But you're putting this out there, so why are we telling the story? Why are we talking about things? Listen, if you're having consensual sex with somebody, you don't owe anyone a fucking explanation. You don't have to tell people about it. When you do that, that comes off very fucking bad. If you didn't want to have a threesome with somebody, right, then you just don't have a threesome with somebody. But if you wanted to, you know, if you gave in and you had a threesome and you were like, whatever, it happened, I'm over it, cool, then let it go. Why are we talking about it? Why are we talking about it? I don't care if I'm monologuing. That's what I do. Deal with it. I'm killing time. You know what I'm saying? No, for real though. It's like if nothing bad happened and you don't feel bad and you're fine with what happened, just don't talk about it. Let it go. Right? Let it go. You know, because at this point, you're just leaving it up to interpretation. So that's where I'm at with that. And that's why it's weird that this is Babs who's the one who did this to Wonder Woman, because I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is going on? Right? And now it makes sense why she said this would bother Keem, because this is somebody who Keem and Brantley have known for a while. And let me not throw out rumors. I'm not gonna throw out rumors. Let me not do that, because I'm not gonna get accused of fucking saying rumors over some stupid shit. Because, like, I personally don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who fucks who, as long as you're a consenting adult. It's nobody's business what goes on between people's fucking private bedroom. Like, who cares? As long as no one's getting hurt, I don't give a fuck. And nobody else should either. You're good, just my opinion. Just love she reads chat. I do read chat. I always read chat. 'Cause I'm not big enough to not read chat. They said do it. Nah, listen, I it's not even a rumor. I didn't hear this. I'm just theorizing. I just want to put it out there. It's possible that Brantley and Keem been hooking up with Babs. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't give a fuck. I mean, if they are, they are. But it makes sense why, like, you know, Keem might have a problem with it. He might have a problem with, you know, being bothered by this whole thing with it being Babs. And it is what it is. Now, we got to get to the proof, right? Because the thumbnail is the proof, right? But Keem puts up the picture or video. They took a video in the bathroom. So it basically adds up to that this is the person who Wonder Woman was talking about, which was Babs. So that's who we're talking about. And he shows the proof right here.
This is the big scandal. And by the way, I know this looks odd, but she has clothes on. You can clearly see, right? All right.
Yes, there are clothes.
I just don't want people to jump to the conclusion.
All right, here we go. I'll just crop it if it's bad. My contraction.
That's the horrible moment.
No, see, this is why Keem's dishonest. Keem's very dishonest with that comment, because it wasn't that moment. She said they were taking pictures and videos in the bathroom, and afterwards she wanted Wonder Woman to take her clothes off. You know, that's a dishonest comment that Keem just made. But I'm not surprised, because like Keem is very dishonest. But anyways, I'm not touching that theory room or whatever the fuck people call it. With the 10-foot pole. I mean, like I said, it's just a theory. I was just thinking in my head, like, maybe they smash it. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? That's the thing, though, right? You say that and people run with that like it's a bad thing. Who cares? Who cares? Keem and Brand are very open about the relationships they have with other women. They invite women into their bedroom. That's their fucking right. Who cares? Like, they're grown adults. Be adults about it. Like, it might not be for you. I don't understand poly relationships. Okay, I would never be in one. I'm not gonna have a boyfriend and then have my boyfriend have another girlfriend, and me have another partner. Like, I'm not into that, right? But it's not my business. Like, you're all consenting. I don't have to understand it to understand that it's not my place, right? So who cares if that rumor is true or not? Who cares? I wouldn't blame them. Babs is very pretty. Brantley's very pretty. Keem isn't bad looking. Who cares? They're fucking consenting adults. Who cares if they fucking do that shit? But everybody else does. They always make it sound like Keem is like a creep. If they're all consenting, I don't give a fuck. If Keem's out there like talking to hot chicks and getting them to come into bed with him, good for him. Who cares? That shit pisses me off, because it's like, it's not that big of a fucking deal, right? It's not that big of a deal. Now, if these women say no and then he's pressuring them or whatever, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. If Keem is like trying to offer women fucking jobs to fuck him, that's a different story. But if all these people are consenting, who fucking cares, bro? It is not that serious. It's not that serious. This situation with Wonder Woman and Babs, right? For me personally, it's not that serious. Wonder Woman said no, she walked away. I'm with him. But when they say things like, well, it's not sexual harassment, I'm like, right, but it could be. It could be. That's the thing that I hate, is misinformation. No, it could be. Don't tell people that it's not sexual harassment, because it 100% could be considered sexual harassment in a court of law. Thankfully, this is not a big deal where I think anyone should go to court for it, but please don't say that it's not considered sexual harassment, because it is. Because it is, right? It is. And it's up to Wonder Woman to feel that way. Not for me, not for Keemstar, not for anyone else. Wonder Woman, who was a person who came out with the story in the first place. It's up to her to decide if she was uncomfortable enough, if she feels like she was sexually harassed. That is not our place. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. The only reason why I'm talking about, like I said, when I found out was Babs, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Because the Edwin and Salvo Pancake situation that she put herself in with that whole thing. When I say she put herself in, I mean, before anyone comes out, jumps down my throat about it. When I say she put herself in, I mean, she made it public she brought that up and then said it wasn't a big deal. I'm not trying to say anyone harassed me. So in my head, I'm just like, well, what is the purpose of talking about this? To say that Edwin's a piece of shit? Or Sal was a piece of shit. We already knew Sal was a piece of shit, but like, what was the point of even bringing it up? You know, it was just like, it's just like, guys, if you don't feel like it's a big deal and you're not wanting anything as far as like calling somebody out, accountability, responsibility, whatever, why are we talking about it? It just always comes off as people just saying shit for fucking attention and clicks. Like, that's like me. Like, if I came out and told everybody, oh my God, guys, like, Keemstar talked dirty to me in a fucking DM. Look. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like weird shit, man. If you're a grown adult, you consent. Just, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't always need to be a fucking story. You know, and that's the problem with these YouTubers. Everything's a fucking story. Everything's a fucking exclusive. Everything is fucking, oh my God, we have a big story, guys. 2 women were in a bathroom. One tried to tell the other person, hey, you should take your clothes off. Let's get freaky. And the chick said no and walked out the bathroom and didn't talk about it till 2 months later. Okay, cool. Babs caused a lot of trouble about being uncomfortable with Edwin and Salvo, so she shouldn't complain about someone else feeling uncomfortable in the situation. I mean, that's kind of why when it came to me finding out it was Babs, I was like, oh boy, that's kind of a little crazy because she did do that. That's the weirdest part. That's what this story is super weird. This is why this story is super fucking weird. Anthony Tower tomorrow milking for an hour. Wait, what? What up, Bonzo? I see you in the chat. Roxy better not join Queens. I mean, that's another thing too. This whole thing with this show is kind of crazy. Milk dried up, milkers turning into toast. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So yeah, there we go. Mystery solved, guys. The woman was Babs. That's basically it. Now I do want to react because there's a lot I got to say. There's a lot I got to say. Oh man. Because yeah, when this was talked about, this whole local universe stuff is just wild. It's just wild. I'm seeing Savage is still streaming. I was over there for a bit. Savage is cooking these guys over there, though, I'll tell you that. Savage is cooking over there. Let's see. I love how they clickbait everything, man. Keemstar's quitting. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Yo, these allergies are killing me. Let's see. Keem is furious. Roxy's in big trouble. Keemstar quits. That's the clickbait title, y'all. Keemstar quits. Yeah, okay. Keemstar. My God, fuck, my allergies are killing me right now, bro. Keemstar's making a lot of money with this project, so he ain't quitting anytime soon. He definitely ain't quitting anytime soon. Let me get this up. Becky was racist, horrible to a dying man, hate towards vets. Wonder Woman tells the story quick. We need to get the heat off Becky. Yeah. Becky could commit murder and no one would care. Like, honestly, Becky could commit murder. So we gotta go to let's react to some local.
Multiple different people fucked up, and we're gonna go over who fucked up and what they did and whatnot.
Let's go over who fucked up.
Who fucked up was me and Rastov. We did good.
Now Rastov literally pulled a Becky. I guess it'll take my voice away. Then watched people's reactions for like 10 minutes before getting up to use the restroom for another 10 minutes.
Yep.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long.
24 minutes.
Super chatted $20.
God, that looks so
I want
cool.
to understand why you haven't shopped a White Claw sponsorship or go real white trash.
Get down
and
with your
start
girls.
slinging some mad dog. I think the show could pull sponsors. Just saying.
No, Max, do you understand?
True.
I'm demanding that we stop allowing people to drink on stream. And it's not, everybody's going to think it's just because I'm not allowed to eat on stream or whatever. No, it's because every time alcohol is involved, Becky does something retarded.
That's true. That's true. Anytime alcohol is involved, something stupid happens. That's true. Queens are the best in the locale. Yeah, I rip off. I mean, if you like that kind of content, Kevin, I ain't gonna judge you, but I'm judging you.
Roxy does something retarded. Xylee and Billy. Billy almost died once. Do you understand?
I've already
how
banned it.
bad-
Already banned
Did you?
it. Yep, I banned it for the next until the end of the month, so we could figure out
Good.
what to do. There's
You
only
even
3 fucking
fucked up when you
exceptions.
were drinking.
I didn't fuck up. I had a great time. People loved it. There's only 3 exceptions. All right. You can celebrate crowns and pay pigs or a host birthday, and that's it. But
And I think
until
Team's the exception. He can drink if he wants.
All right, listen.
Yeah, he's fine.
Listen, here's the deal. Okay. That was my Memorial Day party. I try to snap a firework picture every year. I got a bunch of them printed up. That was the good one this year.
So good. That's
But,
so good.
Yeah,
It's
look
so
at it.
good, Boogie.
It came out
Glazing.
really good.
Glazing, Boogie.
But it was ruined. My entire weekend was ruined because of all the shit going on. So we're gonna go through it. Nameless School, thank you for the one gifted. Let's just jump into it. First person.
How you let online bullshit? How you let other people's bullshit ruin your fucking Memorial Day weekend, Keen? Come on. You clearly got your yearly picture. How is it ruined?
Becky double down and triple down on disrespecting the veterans.
Oh yeah, this one was fun.
We ask women. We got kangaroos in here. We got soldiers in here. What the fuck?
Suffa Horse isn't a woman, and Suffa Horse, by the way, now that's a vet who actually has fought in a war.
Velvet
From what
Nightmare super chatted $20. Keep up the good work, Rastov. You
See, listen, I understand the super chat thing, the TTS, but it's kind of just like, man, every time they get a dono, it always fucking interrupts the shit. It's like super annoying. I'm not gonna listen to the dono. Oh my god, now we have an ad, see? And you fuck it up because I wouldn't have had a goddamn ad if I didn't have to fast forward. Motherfucker.
Being in the military. Then she's pissed off
like
that
this.
Sweet Tea's teeth might get paid for.
But Keem, if you think you're gonna pay for this bitch's fucking mouth, this bitch being Sweet Tea, you better pay for mine too. Because last year, the whole reason I dated a fucking sugar daddy was because they had a $20,000 dental bill. Okay, bitch.
Oh my god, she's retarded.
That's crazy. The only reason why I dated the sugar daddy is because I had a $20,000 dental bill. And your teeth still look weird, Becky. You still got weird ass teeth. You need to go back to that dentist and have him fix that shit because your teeth look like a fucking horse mouth, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Oh my god, I can't hear.
What? I didn't
talk.
see that.
How drunk was she?
She just
Dude,
said that
she
just said that she sold her ass to get teeth.
Of course she did.
Fucking hell.
Y'all hear that?
She
Like,
and her
that's-
Well,
teeth don't look
I
like
didn't clue into that.
Her teeth don't look like $20,000 teeth. They
Boogie, you having a point. Point, Boogie.
don't look like $20 teeth. You got ripped off.
Oh, Boogie
That's
roasted
a
you.
wild thing
Wild.
to say. I sold
Look
my.
at these. Oh,
Did you get blocked on
That's
the
a wild
stream?
thing to say.
Damn,
I got a
that's
sugar
tough.
daddy
That's
to pay for my
tough.
teeth. What the fuck?
hmm?
That's tough.
Cynthia Breyer super chatted $20. Keen, how many White Claws did you drink over the weekend? You gotta step up your game and fall out of a chair.
Oh my god, these
Rolling on the floor.
these things. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't
I-
understand the point of that clip.
Whoever's doing these clips, fucking put it together the right. We need Gino back on this. Whoever's doing this, no, this is
Roxy,
not working.
Roxy tells Mike Becky shouldn't be drinking because of her surgery and that he's a sick motherfucker, but Becky has him muted for the audience just like Tina. Okay.
I definitely hit
And then here's her doing damage control on the clip that went viral. Her disrespecting the
below
vets.
the belt, but with saying like the PTSD stuff with Ken, right? But Ken's the only one I meant to hurt with that. I didn't mean to hurt everybody. That was really geared towards him, not everyone. However, after the last stream on Friday, I think it was, I went into our VC and was there for a few hours. And actually, Suffa Horse, who's one of our viewers, is also a vet. And he talked to me about it and he was like, he felt like even for me, that was a bit of a low blow. Just don't attack that stuff. And when Suffa said that to me, I'm like, all right, if Suffa's saying it, I'll listen to Suffa. So he told me about this thing called the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
What is that?
Pause. I don't know if you heard it, but they said, you don't know what the fucking VFW is? Like, don't forget, Becky brags about her Harvard extension degree, doesn't know what a VFW is. That's fucking wild. And it's wild that somebody else has to tell Becky that it's not in like a good look to talk shit about anyone who served in the military and having PTSD and shit. Like, she's so fucking dumb.
This.
Fuck. Now my energy's fucking sad. This shit's so annoying to watch. Like,
Then
so the whole community tells her she fucked up, but one guy that pays is like, no, you fucked up. She's like, oh, I guess I'll listen.
Yeah.
And then people, Keem, and you wonder why everyone says this entire shit, all you do it for is money, bro. The problem targeting one vet is they are a tight-knit group in most cases, and insulting one pisses them off. Exactly. Like, Becky's so dumb. She has no idea anything about how the military, like they have a kinship. Like, you don't have to have served together. You don't have to know each other, but they are trained to be a family, right? Like, the military is its own gang, okay? So you fucking insult one, you insult all of them. So yeah, that's literally true. You don't talk shit about one vet. You say something about one vet, you talk about all of them. Vets and currently active fucking soldiers. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. Becky's so fucking stupid.
She doesn't give a fuck about anybody that isn't paying her to spread for bread. That's, I hate to pull a Tina, but that's 100% true.
I don't really care about this as much as I care about her being drunk and almost getting the stream taken down, which I thought that would be the clip. But
Keem, did you just say you don't care about her disrespecting vets? Isn't that literally one of the things you said? Oh my God, she's in trouble. She disrespected vet, bro. But it's, you know what? We gotta play the clip. I know y'all love it. You know, but it's Becky. It's Becky. That's not the clip. Sorry. It's Becky, y'all.
She's Becky. You never really know what she's gonna do next. She's Becky. I'm a mess. A mess.
I don't have to
Swallow it, Dick.
anyhow, they went back and forth in the Discord.
Good conscience, you could talk about me and attack me for 2 months, and you were attacking me hard fucking core the night I said anything about your PTSD, saying a million vile things about me, far worse in my opinion than what I said about you. You can't be surprised that after months of poking the bear finally poked back. Let's.
So the way I understand an apology means that you actually understand that you were wrong and that you're going to learn from it. What I understand is you still.
By the way, there was somebody in Savage's chat that said that Ken never served, that he is a fake veteran. And I love that they use a picture of Ken in his camo gear, in his army fatigues, his army gear. Stop saying Ken didn't serve, okay? I get that there are some people out there that are 100% stolen valor, but I've seen people call Ken stolen valor, and like, based on what evidence other than the fact that you don't like Ken, so you're gonna find any ways of disrespecting him. I don't care, Becky. Ken can call you a fucking slam pig all day, every day, or call you all the vile names in the book. No offense, you fucking deserve it. But what you're not gonna do is go after somebody's fucking like badge of honor, bro. Like, what you're not going to do is do that, because Ken served his country. He served our country, right? Becky, you don't even serve yourself food, you fucking lazy bitch. You get takeout all the time, and you don't even fucking leave your house, let alone fucking serve your country. So why don't you shut the fuck up and never, ever disrespect a fucking soldier, veteran or active or otherwise. Don't fucking ever do it. Because they're out there fucking doing the fucking shit your fat ass is never gonna fucking do, because your rheumatoid arthritis will prevent you from serving. Shut the fuck up. And anyone saying that Ken is not a fucking veteran, suck a fucking dick. He fucking is. He served. And I don't see your fucking asses getting up and fucking enlisting, so shut the fuck up. Ken might not be a fan of me now because I'm going at the local universe and he's part of that shit, right? But I will not sit here and let anyone disrespect that man. I will not let anyone disrespect that man in his fucking honor as being a fucking soldier, bruh. Fuck out of here. Especially a bitch like Becky. Especially fucking Becky.
Would attack me, but other.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Grievous Demise super chatted $20. The only military Becky respects is the Wehrmacht. Ironic. Lawless Fern super chatted $27.11. Funny that this is the only.
So basically, like Aussie versus Queens was good. Like we, you know, it was the highest performing show that Aussie's ever had. Viewer wise, they did have more, but then Mike, I got told to end the stream by Mike. That's how.
Okay, pause before we get into this. People say that about Ken because people on the internet will say anything to get into someone, to get at somebody, even if it's not true cows. Exactly, 100%. And going after a veteran is a fucking low blow. That's a low fucking blow. And I don't care about his PTSD, bitch. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is if somebody goes into Becky's house and even tries to pick up the trash in her house, she'd fucking have a panic attack, PTSD, right? Right. You know what? I'm sure that fucking that treadmill in your nasty ass fucking place that's standing up against the wall gives you PTSD every time you look past it when you're opening the door to get fucking Uber takeout or something. Like, what the fuck, bitch? You know about PTSD. And that's fucked up, right? Because don't forget, going back to the essay allegations Becky made, my trauma, it's, bringing my abusive ex onto a stream, Review Tech USA, bringing somebody who caused me trauma. That's PTSD, bitch. Right? So I guess we should say, fuck your PTSD, Becky, because you say fuck Ken's PTSD. Again, when it comes to Becky, why do people fucking support this fucking pig, man? She's fucking vile in every way, shape, and form. And everyone's like, Becky's so amazing. Look at her call out Ken for being a fucking fake veteran. That's so cool. She throws out garbage on time but misses the trash can every time. That's hilarious.
How fucking bad it was.
Yeah.
And then she went live members only, and then went live on her fucking personal channel.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Grievous Demise, $20. I hopped into Queens to see their numbers, and Becky said Ken probably didn't see battle. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? She actually needs fucking canceled. She actually needs no content about it. She needs fucking canceled because she's a shitty fucking person. We're not gonna fucking platform Frogan, are we? Like, what the fuck is this?
All right, this.
Imagine comparing Becky to Frogan. That's literally what she did, though.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who Frogan is I believe she's Muslim. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Frogan also is a Twitch streamer, big platform. She also made similar comments about soldiers and veterinarians. So same thing, same type of trash. She is just trash. Like, let's be real, she is just trash. This is very true.
I mean, that's basically what she's doing. She's dog whistling exactly what Frogan did. Go ahead.
I saw a lot of people on the Discord wondering why, like, Twitter hasn't canceled her, the rest of YouTube haven't canceled her. And it's very simple. If you are irrelevant, you can say whatever you want. If no one gives a shit what you say, you can say whatever the
That's false, Boogie. That is so fucking false. That is so fucking false. And you of all people saying that should know better. Boogie, quote, faked cancer, did a cryptocurrency scam, and people came at him. Boogie was a talk of the town for that entire month. And here Boogie is still now. Relevant, still making content, still making money. It's like it didn't happen. Yes, people keep reminding him he faked cancer. Yes, people keep reminding him about the crypto scam. Does Boogie care? No, because you know why? He's still here. He's still making money. He's still relevant. People still know his name. It's not the relevant people. It's the relevant people that always get away with it. It's because the numbers game, y'all. Boogie is not being honest, and you know better, Boogie. That's a bullshit statement. People who have fucking platforms, people who have numbers will always get away with bullshit. We have seen it so many times. How many big name YouTubers got away with the most fucked up shit? You know what I'm saying? Came out of controversies where they should have probably got canceled, but still here to this day, still making content, still relevant, still making money. A lot of them, an alarming amount of YouTubers have gotten away with bullshit. Okay? That is not true. That's why they don't get banned off Twitter or banned off this, because don't forget, these big people who are relevant that have these fucking numbers, these platforms don't really want to get rid of them because they're bringing money to these companies. YouTube makes a good percentage of money that people make, right? So, of course, a bigger content creator who's giving thousands and thousands of dollars to YouTube every fucking month, YouTube isn't going to shut them down right away. 100%. They're not going to silence them. Like, come on now. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's see. What am I missing in comments? Damn, I need sleep. Well, then get some sleep. What happened to his tattoo? It was henna. If I had a pork chop tied above that trash can, say if she didn't miss, she'd get the pork chop. That bitch would miss again. That's crazy. Crazy. I could use a pork chop. Pork chop sounds good right now. Pork chop sounds really good.
Fuck you want. Becky's very relevant to us because she's our living nightmare, and she's the embodiment of everything we fucking hate in the
Bullshit. Boogie lying again. Becky is there and gets away with everything because Locale Queens is the second most profitable show Keemstar has. It is literally right underneath Locale Live. So that is why Becky, and they know if Becky goes, because everyone pays to see her fucking shit show, if Becky goes, that Locale Queens is dead. Tina, no offense, or maybe offense, Tina is definitely not carrying Locale Queens on her own. I guarantee you that. Unfortunately, I even hate to admit it because I can't stand Becky. Unfortunately, Becky is that show.
Locale universe. Outside of the LCU, she's just some fat, retarded bitch. No one cares. So she can say all the dumb shit she wants.
Apparently, she got so drunk that Rostov had to shut down her stream. So here's her on the floor flicking everybody off.
Holy
Colabar super chatted $20. Keem, I recently
Oh
played
my
a game
God.
called Cash Cleaner Simulator. There's a character called Betty Oops in the
Kid behind camera just said it. He goes, yes, end it. Have him end it.
All right, sweet.
And redirected.
All right, I trust you.
Said it in the Discord.
Okay, so Rostov had to end the stream. And then didn't she go live on her own channel? Was that not here?
She restarted the stream members only accidentally, and then she went on her personal channel.
Then she accused King Scott of faking a donation to the Warrior Project.
What she said
What?
was that it looked different. So she apparently made a donation herself on the weekend, but then she was picking at King Scott by saying it looked really different from the time that you did it. So she didn't like outwardly say he faked it, but she was insinuating.
Guess what? I just had a very, very
Apparently, this was such a disaster that Tina and Becky basically got into a huge fight.
Guess what? I just had a very, very important phone call, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm getting really tired of people sticking their fingers in my fucking ass. She sat up there telling people that I really wasn't drinking. Really? She literally told people to come to her own show.
Grievous Demise
on
super
her
chatted $20. Boogie's not
Oh my
paying
God.
attention typing int he Discord about his Blizzard.
Bro.
Yeah. I was like, I just said
go live.
Rostov is a prude. Why are you like this? Like you didn't
They
type
can leave
in the
there that I need to appreciate her because she does OBS and she makes me money. But what about when this all started? When I started this fucking channel with Keemstar, when I went to Conway with a leg infected and fucking did all the fucking promotion for this fucking show. What about all the fucking people? She sat over there muting me all fucking week, bro.
Actually, that is true. That is very true. Or hold on, let me copy Xylee. True. I don't know why I think it's funny when she says that. But it's true. When Locale Queens, before it even launched, Tina and fucking Grace Thorpe were doing a lot of IRL promotions for the show. Becky wasn't doing any videos to promote the show. Becky wasn't like recording anything to promote the show. There was no Becky footage aside from Becky being on LoCal Live, spurging out that they took and clipped to make it into a promotional video. But like Grace Thorpe literally drove to Tina's house to do promotion for Queens. Tina was doing video promotions for Queens. Becky only runs OBS. And you know what? The easiest solution for the getting rid of Becky, if they really wanted to, right? If they wanted to, but they're not going to. But if they wanted to, all they have to do is find somebody in the Discord and pay them to run OBS for Tina. Problem fucking solved. Problem solved. They don't need Becky to run LoCal Queens. They don't. They never really have. Keem knows that. But since Becky is the show, right? Because she's a trash fire. She's a fucking spurg. She's a fucking crazy one. Oh my God. We love Becky when she crashes out. That's why they don't let go of Becky. It has nothing to do with her being able to run OBS and Tina not. They could easily find somebody to pay somebody probably less money, if anything, if they really want to run the show behind the scenes. They 100% got Mike kid behind the fucking camera could have done it. You know? But it really wouldn't be LoCal Queens if you had a kid behind the camera. But like you could find anyone to run OBS for Tina.
Starting my own business.
Starting my own business is stressful. That's very true. That is a true statement.
Yeah, Tina called me all weekend long because she couldn't get a hold of anybody else. So she would call me and be like, you got to do something about Becky right now. I'm like, I'm in a hot tub with 3 fat dudes. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I can't get a hold
Surge
of Keem any
super chatted
easier.
$19.99. Seeing Becky on Milkers Friday kinda threw a wrench into the whole war thing. Demotivated me and maybe others. Maybe that's why Aussie had less viewers.
Interesting.
So
Maybe.
it's Friday. I'm at the Memorial Day party. Becky is drunk, wasted, does a lot of fucked up shit, causes a lot more problems. And then Rastov has to end her stream because she's drunk. Okay. While this is going on, Wonder Woman decides to go on Aussie and drop allegations.
And only myself and the other person know, and I'm not naming names, but I was taken into a bathroom with somebody, a female, wasn't a male, it was a female, and she was taking photos of me. We were taking photos together, fully dressed, and then this female was trying to get me to take my clothes off. I'm not saying anything else. But it was all okay because I got myself out of the situation. Out of there, I was gone.
What the fuck? First of all, Wonder Woman, I'm sorry that happened to you and you were put in a compromising situation. It obviously bothered you if it took you this long to come out and say it. And I feel very happy that you felt safe enough here on Aussie to talk about what happened to you. I do think that if that did happen, you should probably talk to Keem.
No, I'm not going to bother Keem about it.
Yeah, guys, she's not going to bother Keem about it. She's just going to say it on LoCal Live Aussie, so my phone starts blowing up from everyone under the sun while I'm away at the Memorial Day party. So now I got to come home, deal with Becky, who almost got Queens taken down, deal with this, right? But she didn't want to bother Keem.
Yeah, I feel like this is something you should have went to if it was something like real. Wouldn't you go to Keem like immediately? That seems like an immediate thing, not wait 2 months. I
agree.
Then Xylee calls in, says this.
Going to bring something about sexual harassment to Keem, but you're going to say it publicly in front of everybody so everybody else can take it to Keem, right?
Nobody, I didn't ask for anyone to take it to Keem.
Yeah, but you're still stating it publicly in front of, I don't know how many people are here. How many people are here? 1,256 people. So they're going to take it to Keem.
So now it gets framed as sexual harassment by Xylee. And it's like, okay, this is the way I understand a Wonder Woman story, right? She was in the bathroom with a female, all right? That female took pictures with their clothes on. Then the female suggested, let's take booby pictures or whatever, right? And then she left and said no. That's I don't know if that's sexual harassment.
That's what most people just call getting hit on a little bit.
Okay, again. I've said this many times. Yes, if it's unwanted, then you can consider it sexual harassment. Now, again, at the end of the day, it really only matters how Wonder Woman felt about the interaction, right? So they're saying it's not sexual harassment. It's like that's literally what they're trying to do right now. Is it sexual harassment? But it can be. It can 100% be if that is how Wonder Woman felt was happening to her. It can be considered sexual harassment. Now, do I agree with what they're saying? Like, it really isn't that big of a deal. She walked away. End of story. Yes, I do agree with that. But when they're saying that's not sexual harassment. Now you're putting that out there for other people. Like, if somebody's hitting on them a lot and they don't want that, oh well, it's not sexual. No, it is sexual harassment, bro. It can be sexual harassment, but that's up to the person who is the victim of that to actually say, yes, I felt sexually harassed, or yes, it made me uncomfortable, and all that shit. Which she did say it made her uncomfortable, right? And it's gonna get funnier in this clip. It's gonna get funnier. Wait for it.
That's just like somebody flirting with you. That's not SA. That's not harassment. That's nothing like that. That's just someone flirting with you a little bit.
It sounds to me the girl was like, let's take titty pictures, and Wonder Woman is like, nah, I don't want to, and then left. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, she said, I'm gone.
And again, it's not like this person chased you down and kept asking you to do it. It's not like this person brought it up ever again. It's not like this person did a goddamn thing other than flirt you one time.
But then I got Steak saying, I'm sorry that happened to you, like feeding into it. I got Xylee framing it as sexual harassment. So now,
don't forget Rastov. See how notice how he didn't put Rastov in that list on the stream that Rastov was on, and they all said the same thing to her. But let's not talk about how Rastov also was like, I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I'm sorry, because Rastov was part of that too. But notice he didn't bring that up to Rastov right there on the stream.
Somebody's been R-word at fat camp. That's what this turns into.
Okay, so in fairness, though, I have not. It might have happened. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen anyone say that Wonder Woman was R-worded or somebody was R-worded. I'm sure there might be people who are dumb that did that, but I haven't seen it.
A whole Discord's to blame. Keem, you need to do something. You need to do something. You need to do something, Keem. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. It gets worse.
Oh, I'm sure it gets worse. But again, I just want to point out, notice he didn't call out Rastov, who is literally right there, guys. Right here, Rastov. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That shouldn't have happened to you. Come on now. Call out Rastov too.
Okay, but they can't. The answer comes from me, who it was.
Yes, but why even speak about it if you're not willing to tell the whole story then?
I will tell this. I'm not going to tell the whole story on live. I'll go.
Well, then why even mention it?
And I did?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Tell me
because
why,
that's
Tyler.
like because
why.
it starts shit when you do that. If you're not willing to say the whole thing, then don't say anything and just go to Keem with it. You know what I mean? Because if somebody did that, of course you should. Obviously it's wrong if somebody did something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
I agree, Jimmy.
What I'm
I
saying
agree.
is you giving something.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't even know if it's wrong.
I don't think
The problem is like the way.
Here's the thing, though. It's not a matter if it's wrong or not, right? Because I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, let's just look at how it happened, right? If something happened to Wonder Woman at Fat Camp, regardless if Keem thought it was a big deal or not, right? Clearly, Wonder Woman thought it enough to bring it up on a live stream 2 months later. That's the point. It's how it came out, Keemstar. That's why it's looking bad. That's why everyone is like freaking out about it, because like, why the fuck is this coming out 2 months later? Why didn't she go to you? She should have. Not everybody, even the people who hate you, Keem, are literally agreeing that she should have said something to you. Right now, I won't say everybody, because there are some people who are just running with this in like the worst possible way, and it's fucking dumb. But that's like the thing that I will say is like everyone was coming at Xylee about it, and like Xylee was right. Like her coming out publicly about this literally opened up a fucking entire chaos stream, like a chaos stream. And when I mean chaos stream, like streaming about how crazy this is. Oh my God, Keemstar's letting this happen. Oh my God, there's some sussery. Oh my God, it was Brantley because we didn't know who it was. It was a mess. It's a mess. And of course, they're going to monetize the fuck out of it and make a lot of money off of it. So what does it matter at this point? Like, Wonder Woman gave you a huge fucking story, Keem, that now you guys can milk for the next few days, which you guys have been. So, like, you made a lot of money from it. Good for you.
Way that it was framed up as like this juicy tea, and then the way that she said it was like, you know, it made it sound worse than it actually was. And then she kind of mentioned, like, she tried to turn it into like a motivational thing of like, if you're ever in a situation like this, you can get yourself out of it. Like, and then the side chat's blowing the fuck up.
Dak super chatted $19.99. Team hate to bring this up over a week now, but Rostov still never bought a scale.
I don't really care about about Rostov's scale. Yeah, this internet's being shit right now. It's because somebody's playing streaming some Netflix in the other room. Can't hate Keem. I don't know. It's a toxic relationship. I mean, personally, like I said, this whole situation is just a mess, and it's gonna be something everyone's gonna talk about, and they're talking about it. So I mean, here we go. You know,
Me getting a
everyone's getting clicks and money, y'all.
You need one by tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I don't know if I can get one by tomorrow.
If
That's what you keep saying.
If you don't have a scale by tomorrow,
Why does he need a scale?
There's all kinds of problems.
Every time you try to take a day off, these retarded cunts go batshit ballistic. And I don't understand what happened with Becky. Didn't we have like almost all of April where she was mostly sane, and then suddenly the dam broke and now she's gone completely off the fucking rails? Then while you're gone, you have Roxy pulling shit, you have Wonder Woman pulling shit. They do not want you to have a day.
Of course, it's gonna be talked about, Jillykins, because it's making them money. It's making them a ton of money, and everybody's talking about it because it's a hot topic. Of course, everyone's still gonna be talking about it because it happened. But I'm telling you right now, it's not the end of this. If y'all think that this is the end, it's not the end. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. Because I have heard to the grapevine that there is more coming out. And this is involving Keemstar himself and potentially some Andy Signor type shit. We shall see if this is true, but I have under good authority that apparently more is coming, y'all. There's going to be more coming out because of this. And I honestly don't know if it's true. I am curious to see. But yeah, it's gonna be an Andy Signor type situation, y'all. Level Andy. From what I have been told. And again, we will see if that's true. I'm not just gonna run with it, but I'm just giving Keemstar a heads up that more is coming, sir. More is going to come out. So if you have any skeletons in your closet, you better make sure you did some damage control behind the scenes. Because more is apparently coming when it comes to this situation in Keemstar. But we'll again, it's a grain of salt, y'all. Grain of salt, because you never know. People love to just say shit for the sake of attention. So we'll see if that's what's gonna happen. But yeah. Apparently there's gonna be some Andy Signor level shit coming out about Keemstar. We'll see. We will see. I'm hoping we don't get a FAP video. I feel like at least Keemstar might have a bigger one than Andy's. So I'd be very disappointed if he didn't. But yeah, there's gonna be more. I don't know when. I've been told it probably about maybe a few weeks. We'll see. We'll see.
Off. They just purely cannot stand it.
That's insane.
Like kind of dangling it in front of people, but then not telling the whole story and saying you're not going to go to Keen with it. Now the Discord is going to be filled with people going, okay, who sexually harassed Wonder Woman?
I didn't say I wasn't going to go to Keen with it. The Steak and Rasov just said you should go to Keen with it. So yes, I will.
Yeah.
You did say no.
Okay.
You said,
At first I did, but we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
And that's
No,
the
just don't say
conclusion.
we that you, because you did initially say no. You said yes now, but initially you said no.
Yes. Is there something wrong with it? I didn't want to bother
Yeah,
Keen.
starting a story,
I
like that, and then you know what I'm saying? Like it starts shit. Either like what? Go.
It's a like it makes more sense maybe this way. It's a company event and something bad happened at the company event, so the company owner needs to know who not to invite or like who to
Sure, 100%. Yeah.
So it could happen again to someone else that's not as strong as you, right?
And the reason why
See, notice how Rastov was the one who said it could happen again to somebody who's not as strong as you, right? So Rastov kind of leading into the sexual harassment type thing, but Keem didn't bring that up to Rastov. He just blamed the other dude, Steak and Xylee, for bringing up sexual harassment stuff because Rastov was also on board with the whole, yeah, she was sexually harassed. Come on now. You see how this shit is so fucking weird? Like, not consistent at all.
I didn't is because I didn't want to bother Keen.
But you don't think it bothers Keen by
What?
saying it live on air? Fine. That's going to bother Keen.
Okay.
By
I've
saying
learned.
it live on air is going to bother Keen.
Okay, Xylee, I've heard what you've had to say, and I'm learning, so that's fine.
So then, go ahead, Boogie.
Just going to say, which would be more of a bother to walk up to him after Fat Camp and say, "Hey, this thing happened," or for you to?
Oh my God, Boogie! We've all established that she should have went to Keem, and it would bother him less to go to him directly than do it publicly. We get it. Holy
It
shit!
was blowing up with all kinds of names, you know,
Like, we
and
get
and
it,
that's
bro.
why it was
We
like
get it.
we tried to just get something.
So then I get on the phone with Wonder Woman. I think you were in the call, Rastov. Maybe you were in the call. I don't know.
Briefly, yeah.
And she told me who it was, and like what happened and whatnot. And I go, well, the entire, because she said the person was not a host, right? And the entire Discord was saying it was Brantley, and it's not Brantley. Was not Brantley. So I told her, can you please do me a favor? At least go up on Rewind and clarify that it's not Brantley. She doesn't do it. She goes up on Rewind and says it was a person that wasn't on camera. So the next morning, there's multiple videos that Brantley sexually harassed Wonder Woman. Never happened. Not true. It's not Brantley. It's not Desi. It's not, I don't know, Savage. It's like, it's none of these people.
At least he admitted it wasn't Savage. At least he said it wasn't Savage. That's all that matters. This is the worst type of fucking commercial to come up on this show. That was the worst commercial. A bunch of kids. Oh no. What is going on? These ads. I need an ad blocker pronto.
But now everyone's getting framed. S1K decided to, that's what this whole section is. S1K decided to like frame King Scott for being the one that did this to Wonder Woman, and they go back and forth. All hell has broken loose. Why? What is the point of this?
I agree. I actually agree with Keem on this one.
They just don't want you gone. They want you here all the time.
I think also she's chasing some sort of clout here. Not that this is the good kind of clout you would want, but why else
Origin
bring
Bean
it up
super
on a
chatted
live stream?
$20. The real scandal is Keemstar not showing up for Boogie at his stupid ass convention this weekend. Hashtag bad friend alert. Boogie should punish Keem.
No, I disagree. He did show up to the streams, and
We still had
thanks for
fun.
doing it. We did a great job.
I don't understand what the fuck she was thinking. And it's
Chasing
like,
clout.
Well, she framed it like there was really juicy, like tea, like some, interesting story. And then she says that, and I was fucking stunned because I didn't know what to do. I didn't expect that at all. And she said she had more stories that she wasn't going to share. And I'm like,
I'm sure Wonder Woman is a nice lady. She sounds like a nice lady, but she's not smart. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
I don't, you know, so I tried to ask, was it this person? Because the chat blew up being like, it was this person. And then she said no.
And she said the person who it was really drunk. And I keep thinking to myself, well, Wonder Woman, why didn't you take care of him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like Wonder Woman was drunk. We all took care of her. We weren't, I mean, other than Twiggy, we weren't, Wonder Woman was out of control. Wonder Woman did this. Wonder Woman did that. You know, it's like.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Why does Wonder Woman have to take care of a person she just met at a fucking event? Like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't know that we have designated people that like, oh, I gotta take care of that person. Well, we took care of Wonder Woman. Yeah, of course you should have taken care of Wonder Woman. She was your guest, Keem. This was the event that you set up, that you were the host of. So yes, you should take care of your guests. Your guest under no obligation to take care of your other guests. That's dumb.
Fuck Wonder Woman. I'll throw her entirely under the bus. At the fucking wedding, she got so drunk that she vomited all over the fucking place, all over herself. If you're spilling tea about fat camp, there you go. You had to have 2 or 3 different people carry you the fuck out. You were falling down on your fucking self. It was a goddamn embarrassment. Yes, Desi got drunk at the fucking 4th of July. You made Desi look like she could fucking drive. You're a drunk fucking lunatic. And people took care of you. So when somebody else is drunk, it's like, hey, flirt. Your reaction is to throw them under the bus. Well, I know what the fuck I'll do the next time I see you fucking drunk, you dumb fucking bitch.
That's crazy. Because people were drunk and she threw up. Oh my God, Boogie, stop. Stop. That's wild.
Here's what else, right? That same woman, right? Apparently, this is what Wonder Woman said about that same woman.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just got off the phone with Keem, and I need to clear something up, okay? I'm so fucking mad right now because I didn't hear about any of this, the whole Wonder Woman stuff. I didn't hear about none of this stuff because of what I'm dealing with. The only thing I heard is exactly what you guys were talking about now in Cafe. So I'm sitting here, and I'm listening to the clips of what Wonder Woman was saying, and it clicked to me. I'm like, wait a minute. Wonder Woman, when she was buzzed up the last night at Fat Camp, we were all drunk. She asked me if I knew a certain person and if I, know who she was. I'm like, yeah, what about her? She's already gone. They're like, okay, do you know that she was trying to hit on me? And girl, if I was straight, I would have went up all on that.
Ooh, she said that.
Yes. So I'm kind of pissed off because if this is the same person that Wonder Woman is talking about, Wonder Woman is making it seem like she was nervous. She was scared of this person. She didn't want to do it. Yet she said if she was fucking gay, she would fucking want to fuck her. So why the fuck is she doing this?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see this. What the fuck?
I didn't see this either.
Yeah.
What?
The same girl that Wonder Woman is saying want to take booby pictures in the female bathroom with her, right? Apparently, after that girl left and was no longer at Fat Camp, Wonder Woman was like, if I was gay, I'd be all over that. She hit on me.
Of course.
Bro,
like, what is going on?
I just
Why Wonder Woman?
Are you serious?
Why Wonder Woman? What was the point of this? I had an entire scandal I had to like solve, and I had to like, bro, I lost like 3 or 4 hours.
Well, if that is true, right? If that is all true, yeah, Wonder Woman's stupid. Wonder Woman's stupid. Yikes. She said, if I was gay, I'd go for it. Oh my God. I can't stand these people. Oh my God. This is the problem with this fucking universe. Everything is so fucking fake. You don't know what's real, bro. You don't know what to believe. Told you she didn't feel harassed. I mean, I agree, right? I do agree, but that's why I kept saying though, saying it's not sexual harassment is like literally like not the same. Like if the person didn't want it, they can consider it sexual harassment. But I also said many times, I don't feel like this is a huge story. I mean, that's crazy if it's true, that sucks, but I don't think it's like that big of a deal. Like I agree that it wasn't that big of a deal. But this is just like, this is a problem with this universe, right? Is because so much of this drama is fabricated drama, right? They've literally admitted it multiple times, and a lot of it is for the content, right? They've leaked scripts basically showing how like, well, Becky's role today on Queens is she's mad at Tina because of this, and this. Like they make up bullshit all the time, so it makes it so hard to believe what's true and what's not. So for me, do I think that this was a fake story? All right, do I think this is a fake story made up for the show? Kinda. I kinda think it was made up for the show. I kind of do. I just, because it's all fucking fake. It's all fucking fake to me. Like, it's hard to tell what's true, what's not. It's really hard. So it's all fabricated, click shocker. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if Wonder Woman, because it's two, all these things could be true, right? One, it could have been something that Keemstar and them orchestrated for content to get Wonder Woman's name out there and get her as part of these shows as a host somewhere, whatever, maybe, who knows. Two, I mean, I doubt that one's true though, because like making it sound like, you know, Brantley did it. I don't know. Two, Wonder Woman could have made this up on her own to get noticed by Keemstar so that, you know, it gets some attention from it. That could be possible as well. Three, this whole thing could be a true story, meaning like, it did happen. And maybe at the time Wonder Woman was feeling different because she was a little intoxicated. Then after she was sober, she looked back on it and thought that was not cool. Who fucking knows at this point? The fact that we have to have multiple different fucking narratives about this situation is so fucking messy. That's why this shit should never be fucking monetized. This shit should not be talked about publicly because it's such a fucking mess. And again, now it's being used for content. Like, that's what it comes down to. This is a serious situation, right? When I say serious, I mean somebody's coming out with an accusation, which is painting a serious scenario, even though they're making it seem like it wasn't serious and why talk about it. But at the end of the day, it should have been to Keem immediately. It should have never been made public, but now it is, and now it's just content. So now it's like, I don't even like, should we even care? I don't even know anymore. I have no idea.
From the party, it was like the same thing with like Madhouse the weekend before or whatever. I came home, charged a vape, this all broke out, and I had to fix it. It's like, dude, why?
Number one, clout chasing. Number two, what we have learned is you just need to bring extra batteries for your vapes to shit. Because coming home,
dude,
every time.
Here's the other thing. I called the girl, and the girl's like, no. She goes, I was wasted. We took pictures and sent me the pictures of her and Wonder Woman. And she's like, no, I was not trying to get naked at all.
So it didn't even happen at all?
That's what the other person says.
Dr. Edgar super chatted $9.
I literally have the
75
pictures.
cents. Hey guys, any thoughts on the creator clash drama? I think Anissa keeps Ian locked up at home like the gift.
All right, so this comment here, think about this. When the numbers and views start to drop, some sort of juicy drama is released at the same time period, anything to get that standard 5K viewer base. That's my opinion / conspiracy. I mean, yeah, optics on it definitely can look that way. Definitely could look that way because like this is like a weird fucking stupid story.
From Pulp Fiction.
I think we still have $10 TTS.
Yeah, I'm fixing it right now.
It's just like.
So she said it didn't even happen?
She said we were in the bathroom and we were taking sexy pictures with our clothes on. That's it.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I kind of like some of these commercials. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Game of Thrones.
And so one woman said it escalated to her being like, "We should get naked," and the other chick was like, "No."
The other chick was like, "No, no, there was.
Yep.
I did not say let's."
It
take
didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where's the bad thing? I'm still so confused why that would be bad.
There is no bad thing. This whole thing is pointless. It gets, first of all, it's told like it's a Me Too story when it's not.
Yeah.
Based on, if you listen to what she says, I was in the bathroom. This girl wanted to take her clothes off and take pictures, and I saw and left. That's it. That's the entire story. So based on that alone, it's nothing. But then it gets framed into like a Me Too story, and everybody in the goddamn Discord and the whole LCU is trying to hunt to find out who the fucking person is. Then Brantley gets accused of it. There's videos saying Brantley sexually harassing Wonder Woman at Fat Camp. Brantley was not in the bathroom at all. Was not her.
I agree, CKG.
Bro, like, what is this shit?
Majaha super chatted $20. Sounds like next time you need to limit the amount of tard at next live event.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, think about this. Twiggy comes out and says Wonder Woman was twerking all over him. And then the story of Savage comes out and what she was doing with Mike and all that stuff. Now this story comes out, and it's like everyone's trying to turn Fat Camp into like a Diddy party. Like literally. Like
you know what, Keem? That's the problem with why you did. The thing is, why is this happening? Because Fat Camp was supposed to be about Boogie and Wings being the fat fucks they are, right? Doing shit. It's called Fat Camp, right? Because of Wings and Boogie. And at Fat Camp, y'all are supposed to have Wings and Boogie do exercises like actual shit to, I don't know, help them lose weight. Wasn't that what the first Fat Camp really was, right? But this Fat Camp, you had the fat fucks doing absolutely nothing. It was literally just a fucking party, a get together with all of your fucking LCU people. That's it. Like, you turned Fat Camp, which again was supposed to be about two fat fucks, to a whole ass party. So I don't know what the fuck you expected to happen, Keemstar, when you invited a bunch of people to go to Fat Camp, and the fat people didn't do fat people things like work out. The entire fucking time that they were at Fat Camp, all we saw was what? Fucking Keemstar, Boogie, Wings, all just doing what? Sitting the fuck down and relaxing and eating. That is all we saw at Fat Camp this year. And a lot of people, your audience called you out like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Granted, somebody gave them a shit ton of money, right? They gave them a shit ton of money, which I don't know why anyone was giving these fuckers money to not do what the first Fat Camp was. People like Fat Camp because they got to see Wings and fucking Boogie like doing exercises and shit, doing physical things, right? And you got another fat fucking bitch, Becky. Thank you for bringing it up, CKG. You could have had Becky's fat ass do some shit. Have the bitch be the one picking up the message y'all leaving or something, right? But instead, all Fat Camp was a fucking get together, and everyone got fucking drunk and party. That's all Fat Camp was. And you are wondering why did this happen? Because you had a bunch of grown ass adults treating it like a fucking get together party. Everyone's getting shit faced, acting crazy, and what the fuck did you expect to happen? Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. You should have just kept it to Boogie and Wings doing fucking workouts or something, jogging, races, pulling tires or something. But it wasn't. So you can't act surprised that this shit happened. The fuck?
Y'all know how bad we look as a community when you guys spin this dumb shit? Like, dude.
Yep.
That is the community that Keemstar wanted, though. Just like, what did you expect to happen, Keemstar?
I mind that she like wasn't willing to say who it was, just because I was like, bro, so there's like someone potentially going to be walking around like.
I'm gonna say who it was. It was Babs. It was Babs.
Yeah.
And I have the photo of them in the bathroom somewhere on my phone. Or I'll have Brantley send it to me. Brantley, if you're watching, send me the photo.
I will say, everything that happened at Fat Camp to me did not seem very scandalous. Now, I've been to a lot of YouTube parties in my lifetime, But a lot of the times when you mix alcohol with people, some bad decisions.
Fuck you, Boogie, because after fucking Fat Camp, when Savage got fired, y'all went and started talking about what fucking Savage did at Fat Camp, twerking on fucking my kid behind the camera, and then the whole thing about her fucking vagina being shown or whatever. Fuck y'all on that one. Fuck y'all on that one. The whole thing, the fucking wings fight, everything that happened there. It's almost like I'm so sorry, but I know Lunchbox is gonna get mad at me, but that fucking wings fight thing, come on, bro. Everything that happened at Fat Camp, y'all definitely wanted fucking drama. It's like how, listen, here's a fun fact about fucking reality TV that a lot of people don't either know or you guys haven't paid attention. But if you notice on all these reality shows, Real World, Jersey Shore, all of these reality shows have one thing in common: alcohol. Okay, not only do the producers of reality TV encourage alcohol, they have alcohol in these fucking apartments and these fucking places that they set these cast members up in, right? There's always alcohol available. Have you ever asked yourself why? Because it helps providing good content. All right. Notice how, go back and watch The Real World. Go back and watch the Jersey Shore. There was liquor always fucking stocked up in these places. Why? Because they wanted these people to get drunk and have some fucking drama. Because a fucking show with a bunch of people just chilling without fucking TV, without fucking internet shit, because they don't allow them to have phones and stuff. They're not supposed to be on their phones all the time. You know, they're not supposed to be sitting down, watching TV all day, right? Because that shit gets boring. Okay, so they encourage their cast members to fucking drink so that they can do some dumb shit. Like, hello? What do you mean? Alcohol was definitely provided at Fat Camp and everyone drank because chaos was going to happen. It's great content, people. So stop with this bullshit about like, oh, drinking can be Keemstar drinks all the time. Now, Keemstar is a functioning alcoholic if he was an alcoholic, okay? Because people call him an alcoholic, but he's a functioning alcoholic if he is an alcoholic, right? Meaning he can fucking function and be drunk at the same time, y'all. So Keemstar isn't gonna get shit-faced and act crazy because he's smarter than that. He's smarter than that, right? But you have all these people that y'all don't know from a hole in the fucking wall. First time meeting these people in fucking person. Introducing alcohol. What the fuck did you guys think was gonna happen? Stop acting shocked, because this is great content for y'all. And I really wish they would stop pretending that they give a fuck about all this, because they really fucking don't. You know why? Because the numbers. Keemstar said numerous times, he don't look at all this bullshit, he looks at the numbers. So as long as his numbers are high and his fucking bank account's looking nice, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. He'll give a fuck once it starts hurting his numbers and starts hurting his bank account. Other than that, Keemstar don't give a fuck. Don't ever for a second think Keemstar genuinely cares about all of this fucking shit. He can sit there and lie to y'all's fucking face and say he does, but you know how you know he doesn't? It's because how he fucking acts, how he handles this shit. That's why I called his ass out when he came on Savage's show talking about, I'm sorry that I didn't do my due diligence to do research and start and let everyone accuse you because I just heard Savage's people did this and I just ran with it. Fuck out of here. You're telling me Keemstar, who's been doing this shit for how many fucking years, a motherfucker who has a whole ass net worth, who ran Drama Alert, didn't do his fucking due diligence to research shit. He just stopped and listened and believed everything that he was fucking told. That same Keemstar, I press X for doubt heavily. Pressing that button X. Press X for doubt, y'all. Because ain't no way this motherfucker's going to convince me that he don't know any fucking better. I make mistakes, you dumb bitch, he said. I make mistakes. Motherfucker, you make the same mistakes. They're not mistakes. This is done purposely for you to make money. I'm sorry that I'm not a fucking brain dead, dumb fucking viewer of yours that literally sat there and couldn't see that shit when I fucking was in that community. I liked it at first. I thought you were a genuine person. I really did. I really did. But then I wised up and saw, nah, there's something wrong here. When you are letting somebody monetize an SA that they never proved that they came out the woodwork, and you know you didn't even believe it yourself, Keemstar. Right? You didn't believe Becky's SA allegations yourself, but you still let that fucking bitch monetize that shit. You monetize that shit. Locale Rewind monetize that shit. And you're gonna sit here and tell me that I'm fucking dumb, that I'm not listening, motherfucker. That's all I do. Here's the thing that most people don't know about me. I'm an over fucking thinker. My dude can tell you I am an overthinker. And one benefit overthinkers have is we overthink everything, which means we come up with 100 different fucking scenarios and fucking shit in our brains, right? We are always looking. We are always observing because we over fucking think. So don't sit there and tell me I'm fucking stupid when I call your ass out for your bullshit apology when you went on Savage's fucking stream. It was trying to sit there and act like you didn't know fucking better. You a grown ass fucking man with no hair, bitch. Don't tell me you don't fucking know better. You are too goddamn fucking old to still play that I didn't know better guys card. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know better, Keemstar. So stop sitting here acting like I'm stupid and not seeing exactly what you're doing. And this is why I call you out, because I want other people to see what the fuck you're doing. I'm not going to sit here and look at Keemstar like a fucking victim. I said straight up, I hope to God, guys, nobody does this to Keemstar. Nobody hashtag me too's Keemstar. And then we got this stupid Wonder Woman shit, right? Miss me with this shit, Keemstar, bruh. You, Boogie, I was in Discord with Boogie. Boogie admitted in VC, he admitted that this shit's fucking like a character for him. You know what I'm saying? He talked shit about Becky and it got leaked that he's in Becky's DMs apologizing for the shit he said the night before. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't sit here and lie to people and say this shit isn't fucking fake when there is so much evidence that you guys yourselves have fucking put out there that shows that it's fucking fake. How many times has Becky, quote, leaked a fucking docket script? How many times has Becky leaked a script? If it's not fake, why have a fucking script?
Decisions get made. And I'm not defending anything like bad happening, but nothing bad happened really at Fat Camp. There's no.
See, the chat doesn't even know who the fuck she is. Like,
oh yeah, of course, nobody knows.
She's just Brantley's friend.
Yeah.
Who was there?
Who, by the way, let me say, hands out to her, talks to her, is kind to her.
Yes, Babs is not a bad person. I just want to put that out there. I don't think Babs is a bad person at all. I know that when people say, well, we don't know who Babs is. Yes, you guys don't know who Babs is because y'all weren't watching the Keemstar show. Okay? The Keemstar show. Hold on. Pause. Fuck all this. Fuck all this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me look it up for y'all. Let's go back. See if I can find it. Because the Keemstar show has all this shit. Like, what? Yeah, if you go back, Keemstar show. I just gotta find the exact video. I don't know if it's behind the members only. But it might be this. Hold on.
Countdown, please.
Let me look for it. Give me a second.
I'm responding to her argument.
Okay. You both look. Okay. At the end of the
Let me
day,
find it. Hold on.
All right.
Give me a
Hi,
second.
everybody. Are you having a good time tonight?
It's here. You be good. You be good. You be good. And you be fucking good, Brantley.
What is her?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to be fucking boss here. All right.
All right. I'm getting it up. Hold on.
Great show. Chill the fuck out. All right. All right, come on.
What is happening?
Keemstar show.
We're all drinking. We're all drinking. Emotions are running high.
Yep.
Emotions are running
There's
high.
time for WWE. There's time.
Emotions are running high.
So, just so you guys know, right? I have to find the one where Babs was there. But so there's Edwin Generations. There's Salvo Pancakes. Okay. I remember this stream. This is when I this is when I totally like fell in love with Brantley, because Brantley went in on Salvo Pancakes. Like she went in on him. But yeah, this is the Keemstar show. And Babs was on the show when they were talking about the incident that happened between Edwin, Salvo, and Babs. Okay? I'm just trying to find it so y'all can see who Babs is. Cause like that people like we don't even know who Babs is because y'all didn't watch the Keemstar show. That's why y'all know who Babs is, because y'all didn't watch the Keemstar show. I just gotta find it. And to be honest, I liked the Keemstar show way more than I liked LolCal Live. I definitely would say it's a shame that he stopped doing the Keemstar show. Maybe it's because the views started dropping. I have no idea why he stopped doing the Keemstar show, but it might have been because of the Salvo Babs Edwin situation. Oh, here we go. The Salvo and Edwin car ride from hell. This might be. Is this the one? Actually, hold on. This might actually be the one. I think I might have had it, but I don't know where Babs is.
Do the countdown.
I don't know. Okay, yep, there it is. I found it. So this is Babs. Posted 2 years ago, 31K views. This is Babs. This is the person. Let's watch it. Let's just do a recap because everyone doesn't know who Babs is. I'll tell you who Babs is.
What reality is. But some things that we know are 100% true are fucked up. They're wrong, and the dude shouldn't have a fucking platform. So that's kind of the basis of what's going on. But I do want to focus on the Edwin and Salvo relationship, if you will. After all these girls get exposed or excuse me, all these girls come out and expose Salvo for cheating on his wife, et cetera, et cetera. And Salvo publicly tweets that he's leaving the internet for an entire year because Salvo lost all support. His Salvo news team, his cult turned on him. They all left him. All right. And he didn't really have any support. So he was done. He was finished. He left the internet. On top of that, we do know now 100%, because we've spoken to Salvo's family members, that Salvo's wife is divorcing him and leaving him because of this. All right. So he lost everything. He has nothing more
Not even a car.
to lose. So he just came back 2 nights ago, and his new strategy is this. He is giving anyone who wants it an interview. He's appeared on live streams with like 100 sub channels. He's appeared on Tommy C. He's trying to get on Xylee. He's been on at least 5 or 6 of these little shows saying weird threats like you've seen with Chris, threatening, come here, harassing girls.
Saying that he wanted to kill people?
Saying he wants... This is wild stuff.
He is a nightmare.
His number one argument with all the women is this was consensual. All right.
Yeah.
This is all consensual. But last night he's in a call with Abby Blackbird. All right. Van Luke 7 and PP. And he's hitting on them while they're telling him not interested. And he's hitting on them again. This is publicly. He's like literally harassing these women sexually, being what everyone is saying he is, a sex pest publicly. So we're going to look at some of that footage. But to backtrack, I want to focus on what happened in our house and what happened after Edwin,
apparently,
Salvo, and Babs left our house.
Apparently,
Right. So I just wanted to play that so you guys understand the context of who Babs is, right? Babs is in the background, and this started at Keemstar's house. Okay? This started at Keemstar's house when they came there to do the show, the Keemstar show with Keem because it was Chris and Narc, Salvo Pancakes. They were hosts of the show. Brantley was there, obviously. But then you have Babs in the background. And let's get to Babs so you guys can like see what's going on there.
Babs is this, Babs is that, but we haven't heard from Babs. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Babs.
Hi, guys.
Babs, when Edwin is up on these live streams and you're watching him, I see you in chat calling him a liar over and over and over again. Did Edwin know that Salvo was cheating on his wife?
Yes, he did.
If you could talk more into the mic, Babs.
Yes, he
Directly
did.
in. So kind of walk us through how you ended up at my house. Like, how did it all start? How long have you known Edwin? How'd you meet him, et cetera, et cetera?
I can't remember how long I've known him. It's been a couple months, but he invited me here. He wanted me to come with him. And I don't know, everyone started calling me his girlfriend and he didn't correct it.
Correct.
So what was like, how often would you talk to Edwin before you actually met him in real life?
Every day, probably like 4 or 5 hours a day. Every night before bed, at least.
So you and Edwin are kind of like e-dating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. All right. And he invites you to go to Ohio, meet him at Salvo's house, and then the three of you are going to drive to Buffalo, do the Keemstar show, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you live in Pennsylvania, so you have to drive a couple hours to Ohio to do all this and then come up with them. What was the vibe in the car and the ride up here? Like, what was being said?
I mean, they were just pretty much hyping me up, getting me ready for the show. They were being pretty nice on the way here. It was the car ride back that was the
We'll get to that in a second, but I'm just trying to get the audience a full understanding of this entire experience,
How
right?
you know him, how it led up to all that.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me behind the scenes that Edwin was kind of talking shit about me on the way up,
Everyone.
saying that he wanted to make like an expose something on me. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, he kept saying like, I need to figure out how to make an expose on Keem. He was talking shit on all of his internet friends, Xylee, Nick, Blacks. Like it was him and Salvo just going back and forth about it the whole way, basically.
Could you give us a couple like lines of like details of kind of what they were saying? Was it just talking shit like, oh, I hate that person, or was it more detailed than that?
It was more detailed than that, but a lot of it's like actually pretty mean. I don't know.
Yeah. So Edwin, if you feel betrayed by me, right? Because like we took your girl and now like we're kind of exposing like what you did and stuff. It's like you kind of started it. So just shut.
And just so you know, like, yes, Brantley and Babs are friends now because of this. Again, neither one of these women I think are bad people. Like I've already said how I feel about Brantley. Like, I feel bad talking shit on Keem because that's her man. So she has every right to tell me to go fuck myself. But I still will always have love and respect for Brantley because I don't think Brantley is a problem. And I don't think Babs is a problem. It's just like one of those things where it's like, at the end of this, right? Because again, this video is still up. If you guys want to watch it, I'm not going to play the whole thing. Go on the Keemstar show and watch it. Matter of fact, I'll even post a link to it in the chat for y'all because this is out here, right? And the weird part about this situation is that Keem did this. This was a whole big thing. It went on for like a month, and then everyone kind of like it died down. But it's kind of funny how Keem did this whole thing, but when it comes to other people, the way he handles it is not the same. So I have no idea. But yes, that is Babs. That is the person who was the one in the bathroom with Wonder Woman. So there we go. Mystery solved. End of story. Hopefully we don't have to talk about it again. But I just wanted to react to it because again, there's so much shit that was said that I just had to call out because it's like, yeah. At the end of the day, it is a nothing burger. For once, I will agree with Keemstar on that. And as far as like when I say it's a nothing burger, it's like this story is a hot mess. Should have been handled better. I'm not blaming Keem for this one, but to say things like, well, that's not considered sexual harassment. That's not a factual statement. It could be considered sexual harassment, but thankfully it's not, as according to Wonder Woman. She's not considering it sexual harassment, but if she did feel like it was, she has every grounds to feel that way because it can be technically sexual harassment. As far as Babs being the one that's the woman, I just find that a little weird because of the whole situation between her, Edwin, and Salvo Pancakes. Do I think that it happened the way it happened? I don't know. I don't care. I wasn't there. It's not a big deal, even if it did. But that's just basically what it comes down to. But the biggest problem and the biggest takeaway I want everyone to take away from this, right? At the end of the day, this is why fabricating drama, fucking faking this bullshit for fucking content, it doesn't help. It does not help. So anyways, I'm going to go. I got to go shop and get some fucking food to make me some dinner because I need to eat because the girl needs to eat and the girl's losing weight because she ain't eating a lot, which is more than I can say for Becky. Maybe if Becky put the food down, put the fucking Uber Eats down, she would be okay. But like, here we are. Sorry, I had to throw some shots at her before I go. But yes, thank y'all for being here. I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love y'all. I will see you guys next time. I have no idea. Hopefully we can dead this topic because I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. Make sure to go check out Savage. I think she's still streaming. If y'all want to continue the conversation about like the local stuff, go over there. And how am I gonna end it? What song do I want to end it with? We'll end it with I don't know. I have so many songs now. We'll end it with we'll do the Rican Ranger one. Actually, no, we'll do the Yellow Flash one. No, I don't want to do the Yellow Flash one. God, I can't pick a fucking song to end the show. Let's end it with the like this should not be hard to end my show. This should not be hard to end my show. We'll end it with the Vito one. We'll end it with Vito. Okay, bye.
Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Say Cuties was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He a vegan. And Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Say Cuties was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He a vegan. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side. People think he a comedian with no crowd. That's a comedian. No, they don't feel me. I'm in the helium. This rap for Vito, so the first letter of Vietnam. So all my people, let's bring it back for the B again. And Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Say Cuties was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He a vegan. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday